Seems like a no-brainer to sign a guy like Sean Whyte when he makes 94% of his field goals for you last year, regardless of his age.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day in professional football, you want to have a guy that is going to, when you're up to kick the field goal, you don't have to worry about it. And, having a guy like Sean, like you say, that is a very high percentage kicker, a good guy in the locker room, and let's be frank, a standout individual in the community. It's a no-brainer to keep a guy like him around.
We talked to him about it, and we mentioned it on air yesterday, the fact that Louis kicked forever. Paul was the same thing, and it sure looks like Sean's following their same footsteps entering his 17th season. What is it, Neil, about this organization and kickers?
Yeah, not only that, BC kickers, you know what I mean? And if you go to, there's a bunch of kickers that have played in this league that are from BC, that have played with other teams, but let's just talk about the three that have played, Big Lou and Paul and now Sean Whyte, that sort of have the same ties, local guys that just continue to kick high. And if you look at the percentages, Sean is up there with, the best of the best, which is, good for us and good for him.
Why do you think that is, Neil? You've had to think about it over the
years. You know what? Just think. I think we have a good soccer community. I think we have a good rugby community here. Both things that Sean and Paul and of course Louis all played those three sports, including football, of course. So I think that has to be something with it. Sean went to Samiamu, as did I. Played at White Rock Minor Football, so those are pretty good football programs, and of course Semiahmoo has an amazing rugby program. So obviously that has to put into account the fact that he's able to last this long playing an aggressive sport like rugby and football. And even though he just is a kicker, he's more than that. He's certainly a guy that we depend on each day and each night, and it's great to have him under contract.
Sean's another piece of your roster. You made a trade earlier in the week, brought in an all-star offensive lineman. Where's the roster looking right now heading towards training camp?
Yeah, we're in the it's an ongoing process. I mean, in professional football, there are no days off. Maybe Christmas Day, but other than that, you're rolling. And guys are, we're slowly building and talking to as many guys as we can to get this roster to where it needs to be.
There was talk in the last season in regards to Nathan Rourke. He's going to be your star, but he also a pretty hefty contract. Has there been discussion about the restructuring of it? And where's that at?
We're in the process of talking to a bunch of guys to make this all fit. Obviously, Nathan is our leader, and our adding guys like Sean to be around Nathan. And I know they were both here last year. That's the core of our football team, and our job as managers is to be sure that core doesn't change, because at the end of the day, we still feel that this is a good football team that needs to be tweaked a little bit, and we're in the process of doing that.
Nathan Rourke seems to get the big picture. Yes, he's your starter. He's also the face of the CFL, but I think he also realizes that in order for you to give you flexibility and to bring in the right pieces, that maybe you'd have to take a pay cut. How is he towards that and giving you that flexibility? Yeah,
we're in the process of talking to a bunch of guys. At the end of the day, we got to make this work. As I've said all along, we live in a salary cap world, and things have to fit within the realm of what we're allowed to spend. So we're talking to many players to, again, get this all organized to make it under the cap and be as competitive as we can.